So it is 1k1 elo. So we'll be going into it with that in mind. And let's look at red. There we go. Okay. Well, obviously so far so good. I guess we'll talk a little bit about the matchup. So you're Britons. It looks like you main Britons. So I like that you main a Civ. It kind of makes things easier when you're trying to learn the game. You want to reduce the number of variables that you're working on all at once. So just picking one Civ means that you just know how the Civ should play out. And then it's like, well, you can adapt to the situation as well based on your Civ. And you'll know all of Britain's good options by just playing them. So you'll know that Britons, I mean, they kind of can go archers in pretty much every situations, but some Civs do have like good options against archers. For example, Vietnamese is going to have extra HP on their archers and then access to Imperial Skirm, even Rattan Archer pretty good. So you'd have to come up with a solution to that. But we're not talking about Vietnamese here. We're talking about Khmer. So what does Khmer do? They skip their prerequisite buildings, which means that they go up really fast, or they have potential to go up really fast. And since they can skip the barracks. It's like you don't really know what they're gonna do. They could go for scouts. They could go for archers. It's kind of hard to scout what they're gonna do until they actually place the building. Yeah, and of course, they can garrison villas and houses. They can farm anywhere as well. So if they make a sneak, they can make a sneak range. I like to make 2 sneak ranges with them and then just farm around the ranges with my villas. And it's completely fine. I don't know. Anyways, basically, it's hard to expect what the Khmer is going to do. So 4 on wood is going to be a lot, by the way. That's pretty much only done if you want to go for, say, an early barracks for Drush, or if you want to wall up your base really quickly. So, yeah. Now, it looks like this side is pretty long. Eventually, you'd want to get a wall here, but if you invest too early, it's kind of like a bit of a waste of res. Just because it's just really long. So, sending this Vil down here, that's a lot of walking time if she's just going to send back. I guess you could get her, yeah, you're going to get her to go here, but it's still a lot of walking time. So instead of placing these houses here, I would have placed the houses here next to the mill. Because your wall is going like this anyways, so there's no reason to build the wall starting here and then send over here. You build the wall starting here and then send to the mill. It's just less. Wall to wood on the east side. Yeah, you could go like this. And then probably what I would do is connect these and then go down to the TC here and then go to here and then go to here. That's kind of how you'd want to do it. But if you wall too early, it means that you can't really do any kind of aggression because you've just spent all of your resources on walls. So generally what people do is they get up to feudal age as fast as possible, make their military production building for the military that they want to create, and then they wall. I mean, you can wall earlier, but it just means that you're not going to be able to go as aggressive. In this matchup, it's probably okay to be a little defensive, but the standard play for Britons, or at least one of their standard plays, is going to be going for an early barracks, make some militia, and then follow up with archers. It's really good. So like Drush FC, or not Drush FC, like Drush archers, or just do the barracks and then a few militia on the way to feudal age. Even just 2 militia on the way to feudal age, and then you use your scout with the militia to prevent walls, and then follow it up with archers. And then he's unwalled, and the archers dominate. It's really good. Oh, wait, sorry. East side is this side. I'm a little bit stupid. Yeah, east side is this side. Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. In which case, I don't really know what you mean. Wall, like, yeah, eventually we wall this side, but it's too long early. Do Khmer get fully upgraded skirms? Do they have the final armor? I feel like they don't. Wait, oh, he means over here. Okay, yeah, that's way too far. It's too hard to, like, defend this. And then you have to wall all the way here anyways, so it's too far to go like this. because the opponent attacks, and then your vills are so far away, and then he just gets in. You want to wall a little bit closer to where your vills are so that you can fortify them behind. They do. Okay, yeah. They get the last armor. So fully upgraded elite skirms. Or, yeah. They don't have thumb ring, right? But it doesn't really matter. So this mining camp, this orientation of gold is disgusting. This is where it's like the 6 tiles with 1 tile like this. But you still don't want to place it like this. You probably want to place it here so that it's close to these 2 tiles. It's kind of hard to see, though. Like, I have an idea for how this looks on flat ground from playing a lot. But, yeah. It is kind of hard to tell. Okay. Scouting is maybe a little bit late. It would have been nice to have the opponent scouted a bit earlier. So, I think what we're going to do is just rewatch a little bit here. I just want to see how your scouting pattern is. Oh, we got to go even further back because that scout's not in the right position right now. Okay, but we can speed it up with Capture Age. So, here, let's just follow it. So, we go down here, we go down here, we go down here. But then, we didn't need to go to this back part. Hey, KW. Nice timing. I just started up the stream. Welcome, everyone. So, basically, sheep, they spawn consistently at the same distance away. The two sheep. So, basically, the distance from the TC to these sheep are the same as the distance from the TC to these sheep. So, if you know that these spawn here, then you know that the sheep aren't going to spawn here because that's a bit closer. Maybe it's hard to eyeball, but that's a bit closer. So, yeah, you found some of the sheep. Which one did you find? Yeah, you found these sheep. So, if you're paying attention, you'll know that the sheep, they could be here, or they could be kind of like here. But you definitely don't want to waste scouting time by like sending them back here. It's a little thing, but the way that you scout is kind of important, so that you can go scout the opponent earlier. Yeah, like right here. Okay. Okay. So in this situation, we have the scout here, and we see them. So we see these sheep. Now we know where every resource is, and now we want to go and scout the opponent. So we don't need to finish scouting here. If we want to scout this, we send the sheep up here and then shift Q back here. Oh yeah, this is really good play. Like 0 idle TC at this stage, really solid. But yeah, as soon as you find all your resources, that's your cue to go and scout the opponent. But I think we spent too much time like going here, and the opponent's never going to be up here too. We saw a relic here, so we can kind of assume that he's closer to down here. Just going the long way around. It's not the biggest deal, but anyways. So the walls are a little bit too big. Yeah, Cedo Sex. This is a perfect Dark Age. If you can execute your Dark Age build order like this every single time, you're off to the right start. That's really good. So, yeah, how many games do you have, by the way? I'm wondering. Well, you answer that question. Basically, these walls are too big because you have to think about what you're actually defending with these walls. Why do we want to control this area? Like 550. Okay, nice. Like, why do we want to control this area? We have a wood line down here. We've got gold. We've got berries. Do we need this stone? Not really. Yeah, we don't really need to secure this resource in Feudal Age, though. Because we're not going to use these resources in Feudal Age. Maybe in Castle Age, we need a second gold mine. We need the stone, maybe. But in Feudal Age, we don't need to secure these. So securing these too early just means that it's easy for your opponent to attack here, for example. Then you have to send a vill really far. It's harder. It's going to cost more. It's harder to fortify further away. So what we actually need in Feudal Age is gold. We like our berries. We like a second wood line. Yay. Okay. Sweet. We have everything that we need. So, to secure these resources with walls, we want to go from here to the TC. We want to go here. It's kind of ugly, but you kind of have to go to the edge of the map here. You could just go to the mill and then like, nah. You actually have to go to the edge of the map. If the berries were like here, then you could maybe justify going like that. But Yeah, you want to go right to the edge here. And then this side, you could go from here to the TC and then wall this, or you could just, like, go from here to the TC. This is the shortest wall, but, you know, you could secure this third wood line. That's fine to go down to here. But you definitely don't want to go this far because you don't need these resources. So just something to keep in mind. All right. Here, we'll get back to where we were. So barracks coming up here. And if the opponent was up at a reasonable time, you'd be dead. You would have scouts already. You'd have like 2 scouts forward and your Vil gets killed. But he idled for 29 seconds and is up on like 21 Vils. So this is like, what is that? Kind of a minute late. So it would have been close for him having 2 scouts on the field if he had rushed everything up. Like with Khmer, actually with Khmer, he should be up on like 18 even. So he's almost 2 minutes later than he could have been. So imagine he was up a minute and a half ago, pretty much. Then you're kind of screwed with these walls. Does he want to go FC? It doesn't look like it. Wait, where's our range? Oh, we just don't have the wood. See, we don't have the wood because we're walling so much. That's why you don't place all of this right now. You do it in sections if you need the wood. Because the whole point of getting the next age is to make your military production building and then make a military. The longer you delay it, the more it would have been worth it to just stay in Dark Age for a little bit longer. 20 on wood for blue? Oh, yeah, well, I guess he was messing something up. I don't know. Oh, this is why we use 2 villagers to build this. You have to retreat her. Don't lose the Vil. Come on, come on. You got to retreat her when she's at like 32 HP. Wow, losing the Vil is really bad. Okay, so yeah, when the scout is going to commit on that, you really just want to retreat to the TC and bring another Vil. The opponent's sloppy for losing a scout there for no reason, but still. Losing the Vil was pretty unnecessary. A high-level player isn't going to commit on that, but a low-level player is completely fine with throwing a scout for a Vil. High-level player realizes that actually... a high-level player would be like, wow, I'm going scouts. Maybe I should not lose HP on my scouts so that my scouts can actually do something. His scout follow-up isn't going to do anything now. It's way too late. And you're walled, so good job getting the walls up. Only 10 seconds idle. Nice. We're going to have some archers. So the timing that you want to hit here, especially because the opponent lost his scout, so his army's going to suck, and he's up so late. 2 archers with fletching and the 1 spear, and then you go forward. And you need to have fletching, so you want to just get the blacksmith here. So basically, my timing for getting the blacksmith is once you have 9 on food, then you get the blacksmith. Yay. So we have 5 berries. We're going to have 4 farms. That's 9 on food. We make the blacksmith. Look, we have exactly 178 wood. We get the blacksmith now. Yeah. If you're not going to get the blacksmith, you do have to make farms, but I would get the blacksmith and try and go for an attack. 12-minute walled and no idle stick. Yeah. We're a little sloppy here with spending the wood, though. Look, we constantly have these Vils, and we need to spend them all. Oh, there's the blacksmith. Okay. But this Vil is chilling here. Like, this Vil is still... The Vils that are chopping wood, they're just basically in the queue for when you remember to just make a farm. So always have your Vils go to the stragglers, and then it's like when you have the attention, you just make a farm. 6 on gold is going to be too much. 5 on gold is fine. Britons, they do train archers a little bit faster than other civs, but they're still fine with 4 on gold to maintain. 5 on gold because you'll float a little bit for Castle Age or whatever, but 4 on gold is really all you need. Or floating a bit for fletching is good. So we're getting fletching, but we're not moving across the map, and that's a problem. So imagine you were at your opponent's base. He's literally dead. You deny this, take him off berries, kill this, GG. And the spear protects you against the scouts. But we're just chilling. So yeah, you're good at ecoing here. I must say the eco management is fairly good. But you're not attacking. Maybe in a TG you just build up, but in 1v1s you gotta go. He's still open too. With better scouting, you would know he's open. But by the time that you attack, he's going to have skirms, so it'll be too late. So you kind of missed your window to do damage here. So now the best play is probably just to... Well, I mean, you still could go across the map. But the least risky play is to just go up to Castle Age and make crossbowmen. Okay. No, just attack. Just attack. There we go. Beautiful. Oh my god, he threw 2 scouts. That's so good. Now go. He just lost 2 scouts, which is so much. His army strength is so much lower from losing 2 scouts for free. So, beautiful. There we go. There's another one. Nice. Nice catch. You know he has the skirms, but your scout is really good at fighting the skirms. Now, this composition is hard to control, though, I must say. In TG, you also attack once you have fletching, I think. Yeah, I have no clue. I have no clue. Yeah, here, I'm going to write a little bit of notes down here. Let me just open my little file of stuff. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to write attack earlier in feudal age. 2 archers with fletching is often enough. Bring a spear if you're against scouts. Okay. Oof. And we didn't have... I don't know why we went under the TC, but... wait, here. Let's go back a bit. What was up with that? Yeah, I think... I mean, you knew he was here. You actually have really good scouting of where to send your units, but you just didn't send them to the right place. So, the priority here, he's going scouts. You really want to go to the berries. It's the best place to go. I guess you just forgot about your units, but... or maybe you got greedy and tried to kill the one thing. Oh, your guys just regrouped under the TC. Yeah, feels bad, man. But yeah, he already has skirms now because you're way too late. And see, now he pushes you back with no problem. So... like, the only reason this failed is because it was too late. Oh, my OBS here. All right. Okay. Flashbanged. Wait, what? Did something flash? Oh, that's kind of weird. I guess when I was switching scenes or something. Or I didn't even switch scenes. I just, like, alt-tabbed. Weird, man. All right. Yeah, I don't think you even need the stable. So he doesn't have armor on his skirms. They're not really that strong, and they don't really pressure vills very well. They only do 1 damage to vills, so you just send a bunch of vills all together and just get these walls up for free. And you can still kill his skirms from a range, yeah. Once he gets armor, they're really scary, but if he doesn't have armor, honestly, like, you do 2 damage per hit to the skirms, they're fine. You don't want to fight them like this, though. But you can kind of delay long enough where he can't really get in. So you don't have to... Like, adding the stable's kind of a waste. Although, adding a couple knights in this situation is good. So it's not bad. But you know what? You know what also cleans this up? So, of course, 2 knights cleans this up. But you know what also cleans this up? It's just crossbowmen with upgrades. So it's like... Yeah, we can get a stable, and we can get a couple of knights out. But what does that cost us? That costs us having another range and having like 4, 5, 6 more crossbowmen. I would much rather double my size of crossbowmen than have like 2 knights. Because then you can go and do stuff. 2 knights could potentially do stuff, but you'd really rather have a big crossbowman army. Scared of the skirms. Yeah, don't be so scared of the skirms if you're full walled. If you have the archer, like if some archers, you can just house wall behind. Just, okay, send like 5 vills at once and do it. You'll get the walls up and just pull back weak vills. Another pro tip, don't leave your weak vills on the wood. Like, these vills should just make farms because they're going to get picked off at some point. Would it be okay in this situation to sneak out with archers, hit expo time, and defend with knights? Yes. That would actually be pretty smart. There's no way to sneak out when he has scouts around, but we would have had to sneak out earlier. I think using the archers to defend was fine, though. But yeah, in this kind of situation, sometimes it is viable to sneak out and try and hit that crossbowman timing. Crossbowman timing being attacking villagers as soon as crossbowman and bod arrow comes in. That exact timing is very strong. But yeah, he won't get in. As long as you're paying a bit of attention, he won't get in. Wait, you don't have enough vills? Oh, wait a sec. He is going to get in. Okay. Well, even if he gets in, you have some spears. It's fine. He just throws all of his guys. Nice. Oh my god, we don't need 6 knights in one stable, though. Holy moly. Okay. No reason to lose your army here. Literally, like, put them back here and just wait for the knight to come out. You have a big army, and then it's fine. So, yeah, losing the army for no reason is a pretty big issue. That's for sure. But 44 seconds idle TC in all the way to Castle Age, your eco management is quite good in general. But yeah, unit control probably needs some work here. And yeah, just hitting timings. Timing, like, archers is really timing based. So you really have to hit the timings fast and furious. We're about to take map control. The opponent's not even up. We're about to take map control with Castle Age units. So we don't need a TC on the main gold inside the base. So first TC should probably be on wood. So, you know, if you are a little scared, just put it here. It's fine. Second TC should be on gold though. So I would love delete the house, put the TC here, wood and gold. It's the best spot. Yeah, but as Britons, you want to get both TCs for sure right away. As most civs, you get both TCs right away. I don't know why we're scared of these. One knight cleans up all of this. Yeah, exactly. We have too many knights in the queue though. Okay, so now we're like committing to Briton knights. You don't actually need any upgrades until he gets Elite Skirm with a bunch of upgrades. Oh yeah, wait. We have our weak vills on the wood line that he just picked off for free. All right. And that's why we don't have weak vills at the wood line. Okay. There we go. Yeah. The opponent really doesn't have enough. He's just sending all of his guys in. They're just going to die to knights. So this is completely fine. But where's the second TC? There it is. Third TC, you can say. Oh, luckily she's out there. Could have deleted the house to place it a little bit closer. It probably would have been fine. Okay, now you're really committed to the... Oh my god, now you see this. Now you see this. Okay. You see this? And it's like, okay, he's going to go pikeman. Let's cancel all of these upgrades and go back to crossbowmen. It was fine to go knights. We didn't need to go knights, but it's like crossbowmen would have done the same thing. Crossbowmen still would have killed everything. Because crossbowmen kill everything in Feudal Age. Even if he's full skirm, crossbowmen with 8 range especially, like, you just dominate. Going pikemen versus Britons, well, I mean, it was kind of okay. So during all that, look, the idle TC went like crazy. So you kind of got a little bit overwhelmed there. The opponent getting in, and then it all kind of fell off a little bit. But you can still win. Actually, I think you're still in a better spot than your opponent, especially because you do have knights at your opponent's base, and he doesn't really have army yet, or at least it's not here, so you can kill her. You can probably go down here. Maybe there's vills in the berries. No vills in the berries, but still. As soon as you see this 3 Raxes, you got to be like, okay, well, let's add 2 more ranges and start making the crossbowman again. So I hope that's what you do. Oh. I mean, he does have spears, so. Yeah. So +2 armor is great when you're fighting ranged units. But you're not fighting ranged units. Well, not any real ranged units, so it's bad. So what you did here is you right-clicked on this. You right-clicked on the spear, which made these guys like go all around and try and kill this guy. What you want to do is just press the stop command. You press stop, and then they'll just fight the closest unit. You're gonna take a much better engagement. So, yeah. There we go. Isn't 3 racks an overreaction? Yeah, it is. It definitely is. But sometimes at this level, an overreaction is completely fine. It's better to have too much than not enough at this level. At high level, yeah, we need to optimize things, but at this level, it's like, okay, you'd really rather have too much than not enough in terms of the military. But this is where our boom is just so much better. So one thing that pikes can't do is kill you, because they can't really run under the TC. They don't really kill vills fast. So if your opponent's going pikes, you just boom. What is he going to do with pikes? So you just boom, make crossbowman, he can't kill you. And then your eco's way ahead. And that's what you're doing. So you're doing exactly what you need to do, but your biggest issue is only one range. So you need to look, your global queue is up here usually. Well, it always is unless you change it. And you need to be like, okay, well, I have like 5 crossbowmen in one range. I need to change that. Unfortunately, this was a horrible fight because your crossbowmen were firing at the knight and then the pikes killed everything. So we need to pick our battles way better. Stop seems super bugged with CA. Really? I think stop is really good. So I don't know what was happening for you. But yeah, basically you just didn't make enough ranges. You need like 3 ranges here. But yeah, opponent still doesn't have armor, so crossbowman still kills literally everything that he has. So just don't try and use your brain too much as Britons. They're fairly one-dimensional in general. If you're playing Britons, just play crossbowman. And it's gonna be good. If the opponent goes skirms, you make some mangonels. And it's fine. Yeah. Your answer against skirms should be mangonels in general, not adding knights, because adding knights is way too expensive. Sometimes it can be good to add knights, but mangonels should be the default. These elephants. You got monks coming though. There's another range. Well, that's just because you lost your range. You need way more. So many resources in the queue, or in the bank. Oh, that's so unlucky. Okay. Well, you need to stop losing units for free though. Like your units shouldn't ever be dying here. They should be close to the TC until you have enough. So you're just losing units way too easily. Even here, like losing the monk should convert, and then he should be shift queued back. So, yeah. We just needed more ranges and more archers. And that's all you really need to do. Like, look at your resource bank now. So when the opponent is attacking you, it just seems like you kind of freeze and fall apart. Okay. But some ways to prevent falling apart when the opponent is attacking you is to have a plan. Have a plan for how you're going to approach the situation. If the opponent's attacking you, just make sure that the macro's still good. Make sure to still be spending the resources. And I think it's like you're focusing on the units too much, but then you're still taking bad fights all the time. So generally you don't want to take fights that you're not going to win. And then the fights that you will win, you just send the units in and then you win the fight. You don't need to micro much. Like, so right here, these little decisions, little micro decisions really matter a lot too. You're fighting these pikes with the knights. You killed 2 of them, but there's still 1. And then you right click the battle elephant. So this pike man is dominating all of your knights while the battle elephant's tanking. We can't really have that. Like this guy hit like 5 times. So that's why you lost all your knights, is because you clicked the battle elephant. So stuff like that. Really need to realize even in the fights what to attack, when to retreat. Obviously pikemen they're the highest damage unit in the army there, so you need to kill those first. Fine still maybe? Yeah, it's not completely over or anything. We still have lots of res, but the opponent is imp. And opponent is going into cavalier, so it's gonna be tricky. He doesn't have the final armor, but we're not making units that are good though. We're making Briton knights, so it's not really good. I think it's over just because we're not making crossbowmen. It's just the army choice. So again, don't try and make super interesting plays, I guess you could say, until you've got the crossbowman play down. And then you'll learn plays or learn situations when crossbowmen don't really work, but just try and make crossbowmen most of the time. And then make support units for the crossbowman. It's like the core should be crossbowman. If he makes units that counter crossbowman, that doesn't mean stop crossbowman. That means make counter units to his counter units, but still make crossbowman. So it's like you go mangonels, generally. Mangonels and crossbowmen. Yeah, blue making arbs is kind of weird, but it's because he saw pikemen from red, and he was like, okay, I guess I need arb now. Fair enough. Hey, Boforce. But yeah, we'll call it in a sec, I'm sure. Actually, I'm going to write that in the notes. There we go. So, let's see. Keep with crossbowmen, even if the opponent has a counter. Just add a counter to his counter, aka mangonels. There we go. And keep making expo. Okay, cool. Let's take a look at the statistics. Crossbow with pike. Yeah, pikes is good. Pikes is another thing. If you're up against mass knights, you kind of need to go crossbow and pikes. If your opponent is going skirms, though, you should add mangonels. Most of the time. Not absolute. Okay. So let's see. Yeah, opponent just got ahead. We were doing so well, but made some questionable decisions. What happened here? What were we doing here? Wish I could go and check. How do I even do that? I wish you could click here and it would like put you back there in the timeline. Or does it correspond to here? Well, I guess it does. I guess we can check. Oh, that was spam clicking the vills on these. Oh, I see. Yep. All right. Yeah, doing the unexpected is not really what you want to be doing here. Like, Britons, they're not a civ that's great at doing that. They're very one-dimensional, as I said.